Welcome back everyone, we're in the Giants editor. Today we're on the 4X map that I'm making. It's a Farming Simulator 22 map, and it's going to be called the Jules Peaceful Valley map. And I had a 19 one that I was working on, FS19 one, and it was also called that, but since it's 22 out and everything, I finally got me a 4X because that's what I wanted it originally to be on, my DEM that you lay on the ground to make the ground shapes. So since that's the case and we're able to put it in here now and it looks the way I had originally wanted it to look, I decided I'm going to go ahead and work on the FS22 one. Now, I'm still probably going to work on the FS19 one, but it's mostly going to be this one now. Just so I can get the one I want done. This is not necessarily going to be released on ModHub or anything. This is just me making my map. But, you know, if it somehow it works out that I would. But I don't think you can do a 4X map for the console people. So the only way anybody would get it, if it ever did turn out okay, would be through like a link or whatever. But, so anyway, I'm just going to do a little work. I've done a little off screen, not much. Just put the water plane down so I can get an idea where my water is going to be. Did a little bit of molding here, not much. But what basically you do to get ready, I'm getting it ready for Blender. I gotta make my water in Blender. At least that's the plan. But this will give me the idea where everything's going to fall, what I like, what I don't like, get the ground ready. Basically, I had to make this part where this is right here a little lower to get to the water level. Now this is a DEM, which is basically a real world height map, and you put it in here and it makes the ground the shape that it is, so you don't got to do all that yourself. Now this is a real world one, and it was rivers. You know, that's what this is. So this one was there. This was all there. I didn't just put all of that there. Some of it was there. I had to make it deeper, basically. This water level wouldn't have went, you know, it would have stopped somewhere over here, and it didn't go far enough. So I had to make it deeper. This is going to be like little canyons. Obviously, I'm not finished molding it. We're going to have a waterfall like on the other map, but I'm going to have to make some adjustments to the ground. So over here, it was further over, but I believe I'm going to move it to here somewhere, potentially. And I'm also going to change the top up here. Now that's not final right there. That's just getting it set up. There's going to be mountains. I'm going to have to get mountains to put around, and I'm going to box this in here so that it's like the water drained from the mountains, the snow, you know, hits this and it fills up in here, and then it pours either out somewhat here on these are going to be little pools of water where waterfalls fall into each other, and this part is going to be where it spills over the side. Problem is you have to, with these edges of these water planes, if you're going to use that, if you're not using Blender and you're not making it all specific. Now I am going to use Blender for the water, all that water. I didn't particularly want to fool with it for this because it's just a little small piece. I'll have to see. I might. I'll just have to check. But I was hoping just to use a water plane. I could use a water plane under the map like it is now on this, but I don't want water under where there's ground and it's not, you know, water there. So basically I'm going to make it to where the water is only where it's supposed to be, like that, and on the out part. And of course some of this is overstretched on purpose, but I'm gonna have mountains all back here, and then I'm gonna probably have water over here and over here, potentially for a beach, some little cliff areas and things. But anyway, so I gotta do some more molding, as you can see. And over here it's kind of funny, it looks like there's a face right there. And that happened accidentally too. That's kind of funny. I was just getting ready to make this waterway for the other part. This is where the waterfall's gonna fall here, and it just happened that way. That's kind of funny. But you can see where the water's gonna spill into each one. I gotta make those a little more defined. It kind of changed. I didn't get the last save, I don't think. I had it better than that, but I don't think I got the last save. So probably got a couple saves before the final one that that I ended up loading. I was gonna do a waterfall on this edge instead, but then you got to worry about where the waterfall's hitting, and then you'd have to have water here, and it'd have to come all around here. But I think I'm gonna stick with the way I had it, I guess, and put the water over here, the waterfall here, like right somewhere right here, and then it comes down, and this is gonna be rock, you know, stuff and everything, and then it's gonna pull into a small area here, and then somewhere I'm gonna connect it either here, probably there since I already have it started, or we could connect it here because you can tell if you'll look, you can see it's a natural path here on the real world thing. See, so if you technically followed it, you would end up at the water. So it's almost like it's its own waterway there. So you could make one there, but I'll have to decide if I want that or how I want it. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm gonna go ahead and try to mold some of this. I guess I'm gonna take some of this back because I'm trying to get this part situated for when I do that. And you have to, sorry about my mouse making noise. My keyboard's just as loud, so I'm just using this. Alright, so I wish that this, if I made it in Blender, I could make the edge go this way, like the water part. But I may have to change up my flow here so that the water spills the right way, because when you're trying to do it with the waterfalls and things, it doesn't affect it right the way that it needs to be. And normally I had put a separate water plane here, but it just didn't look right when it connected, so I was trying not to have that. And I'm gonna go ahead and be making this one. I gotta make it where, adjust it to where it hits either this side for the waterfall to fall into here, or this side, and make it flow differently. I'm thinking I'll probably have to put it on this side and expand this a little bit just to make it where this can have a proper spillover, and then I can box that in. I'm thinking that's what I might do. But then we're going to box this off here, and we're going to take some of this away so that when I make my waterfall, we can have it spill over properly. On the other one, I believe it was over here more, but that was just because of how it shrunk the map, and it was a regular standard size at that point, so it crammed all this up smaller. But we'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get the sculpt mode and get to work, and let's see what we got here. Probably go ahead and add some over here to the edge. Let's get some of this done. Get that covered up. And then we'll knock some of the other out on the back side of it. Go ahead and get all this done. And everything's subject to change. You just have to roll with it when you're doing a map. But anyway, some things change. You have to just go with the flow. I may do a time lapse of me doing some of this. This is just simple sculpting it. It's not like anything specific. Obviously, you turn on the sculpt mode here, and then you put it on add for your left mouse button. Usually most people do, or you can pick square or round brush, and that's it. And you just get to work and mold away. But I'm going to call that an episode. I hope you enjoyed any time lapses I did. And I appreciate everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.